Hello, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome to SoulSpace podcast number 34. Yay.
Whoop, whoop.
Uh, Today, we're going to talk about working with the magic of gratitude. I know we've talked about a couple times how we are working on the book, The Magic, in a book club right now. So there we have a couple of favorite parts of that book. So we were thinking today we'll do one of the chapters about the magic of your favorite rock. So
Those
it's
rocks are magical.
yeah, yeah. You can't go wrong when you have a rock, right? Um, so we're going to talk about how to use your favorite rock or crystal and help with keeping that gratitude going and using it as a symbol for your gratitude. So it's a fun thing to do, and you can do it even if you haven't read the book or if you aren't thinking about the book or whatever. It's just a fun little exercise that you can use on a daily basis for yourself. So first we'll give you a little prequel on what the book is about, and we'll go through the very beginning of the books just so you have a little bit of a background on the gratitude, using gratitude in your life and gratitude and appreciation. So Chris is going to read a little bit, and we'll take turns reading a little bit in just a few pages, and then we'll go into the magic rock.
Yes. So this is the book. If you've never seen it, it's The Magic by Rhonda Byrne. She's also the author of The Secret, which many people have heard of. And she has a plethora of really good books. So look her up. She's amazing.
Yeah, she really is.
Um, and this book really is all about the magic of gratitude and using it to improve your life in all the ways. And it's super fun. Um, I love this book because it takes you through like practical, easy exercises that you can do in, minutes a day. And this one that we're going to talk about today really is a fun one because it takes less than a minute a day and you have your rock as a reminder. And it's really one of our favorites. And so we wanted to bring it forward for you today, just to have you experience some of the magic that we're experiencing through our book study that we're doing. So I am on page number 5 of this book, and the section we're going to read is called A Great Mystery is Revealed. The following passage comes from the Gospel of Matthew in the Holy Scriptures, and it has mystified, confused, and been misunderstood by many people over the centuries. Quote, Whoever has will be given more, and he will have an abundance. Whoever does not have, even what he has will be taken from him. End quote. You have to admit that when you read the passage, it appears unjust, as it seems it will be saying that the rich will get richer and the poor will get poorer. But there's a riddle to be solved in this passage, a mystery to uncover, and when you know it, a new world will have opened up for you. The answer to the mystery that has eluded so many for centuries is one hidden word: gratitude. Quote, Whoever has gratitude will be given more, and he or she will have an abundance. Whoever does not have gratitude, even what he or she has, will be taken from him or her. By the revelation of one hidden word, a cryptic text is made crystal clear. 2,000 years have passed since these words were recorded, but they are as true today as they ever were. If you don't have the time to be grateful, you will never have more. And what you do have, you will lose. And the promise of all the magic that will happen with gratitude is in these words. If you're grateful, you will be given more, and you will have an abundance. From the Quran, the promise of gratitude is equally emphatic. Quote, And remember, when God proclaimed, If you are grateful, I will give you more, but if you are ungrateful, verily my punishment is indeed severe. End quote. It doesn't matter what religion you follow, or whether you're religious or not. These words from the Holy Scriptures in the Quran apply to you and your life. They are describing a fundamental law of science and the universe. Do you want to do the next section?
Sure. It's universal law. Gratitude operates through a universal law that governs your whole life. According to the law of attraction, which governs all the energy of our universe, from the formation of an atom to the movement of the planets, like attracts like. It's because of the law of attraction that the cells of every living creature are held together, as well as the substance of every material object. In your life, the law operates on your thoughts and feelings because they are energy too. And so, whatever you think, whatever you feel, you attract to you. And we've talked about that a lot, staying in that vibration of the things you want to attract, and they'll come to you. If you think I don't like my job, I haven't got enough money, I can't find my perfect partner, I can't pay my bills, I think I'm coming down with something, he or she doesn't appreciate me, I don't get along with my parents, my child is a problem, my life is a mess, or my marriage is in trouble, then you must attract more of those experiences. But if you think about what you're grateful for, like, I love my job, my family is supportive, I had the best vacation, I feel amazing today, I got the biggest tax refund ever, or I had a great weekend camping with my son, and you sincerely feel the gratitude, the law of attraction says you must attract more of those things into your life. It works in the same way as metal being drawn to a magnet. Your gratitude is magnetic, and the more gratitude you have, the more abundance you magnetize. It is universal law. You will have heard things like whatever comes around goes around, or goes around comes around. I read it backwards, but you reap what you sow and you get what you give. Whether all of those things are describing the same law, and they're also describing a principle of the universe that the great scientist Sir Isaac Newton discovered. Newton's scientific discoveries included the fundamental laws of motion in the universe, one of which says every action has an opposite and equal reaction. When you apply the idea of gratitude to Newton's law, it says every action of giving thanks always causes an opposite reaction of receiving. And what you receive will always be equal to the amount of gratitude you've given. This means that every action of gratitude sets off a reaction of receiving. And the more sincerely and the more deeply grateful you feel, in other words, the more gratitude you give, the more you will receive.
The golden thread of gratitude. Dating back thousands and thousands of years to the earliest recordings of humankind, the power of gratitude has preached and practiced, and from there has passed on through the centuries, sweeping across the continents, permeating one civilization and culture to the next. The major religions of Christianity, Islam, Judaism, Buddhism, Sikhism, and Hinduism all have gratitude at their core. Mohammed said that gratitude for the abundance you've received is the best insurance that the abundance will come. Buddha said that you have no cause for anything, gratitude and joy. Lao Tzu said that if you rejoice in the way things are, the whole world will belong to you. Krishna said that whatever he is offered, he accepts with joy. King David spoke of giving thanks to the whole world for everything between the heavens and the earth. And Jesus said thank you before he performed each miracle. From the Australian Aborigines to the African Maasai and Zulu, from the Native American Navajo, Shawnee, and Cherokee to the Tahitians, Eskimo, and Maori. I don't know that one. Maori. The practice of gratitude is at the very root of most indigenous traditions. Quote, when you arise in the morning, give thanks for the morning light, for your life and strength. Give thanks for your food and the joy of living. If you see no reason for giving thanks, fault lies within yourself. Tecumseh. 1768 to 1813. Shawnee Native American leader. History is laden with famous figures who practice gratitude and whose achievements put them amongst the greatest human beings who have ever lived. Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Martin Luther King Jr., the Dalai Lama, Leonardo da Vinci, Plato, Shakespeare, Aesop, Blake, Emerson, Dixon, Proust, Descartes, Lincoln, Jung, Newton, Einstein, and many, many more. Albert Einstein's scientific discoveries changed the way we see the universe. And when asked about his monumental achievements, he spoke only of giving thanks to others. One of the most brilliant minds of all time thanked other people over 100 times a day for the work they had done. Is it any wonder that so many of life's mysteries were revealed by Albert Einstein? Is it any wonder that Albert Einstein made so many of the greatest scientific discoveries in history? He practiced gratitude every single day of his life, and in return, he received many forms of abundance. When Isaac Newton was asked how he had achieved the scientific discoveries he made, he said that he stood on the shoulders of giants. Isaac Newton, recently voted the greatest contributor to science and humankind, was also grateful to those men and women who lived before him. The scientists, philosophers, inventors, discoverers, and prophets who practiced gratitude reaped its results, and most were aware of its inherent power. Yet still, gratitude's power is unknown to most people today, because to experience the magic of gratitude in your life, you have to practice it.
My discovery. My story is a perfect example of what life is like when a person is ignorant of gratitude and what happens when you make gratitude a part of your life. If I had been asked 6 years ago if I was a grateful person, I would have answered yes, for sure. I'm a grateful person. I say thank you when I receive a gift, when someone opens a door for me, or when a person does something for me. The truth is that I was not a grateful person at all. I didn't know what being grateful really meant, and was saying the words thank you on the odd occasion certainly didn't make me a grateful person. My life without gratitude was pretty challenging. I was in debt, and it was increasing a little bit more every month. I worked really hard, but my finances never improved. In trying to keep up with the mounting debt and obligations, I was living with a continuous undercurrent of stress. My relationships swung like a pendulum from fair to disastrous because I never seemed to have enough time for each person. While I was what would be determined healthy, I felt exhausted at the end of each day. And I always got my fair share of colds and the latest illness going around each season. I had moments of happiness when I went out with friends or when I went on vacation, but when the reality of having to work harder to pay for those pleasures would sweep over me, I wasn't living, I was surviving from day to day and from paycheck to paycheck. And I would no sooner solve one life problem than more problems would appear. But then something happened that would change everything in my life from that day forward. I discovered a secret about life. And as a result of my discovery, one of the things I began to do was practice gratitude each day. As a result of this, everything in my life changed. And the more I practiced gratitude, the more miraculous were the results. My life truly became magical. For the first time in my life, I became debt-free. And shortly after that, I had all the money I needed to do whatever I wanted. Problems in my relationships, work, and health disappeared. And instead of facing daily obstacles, my days became filled with one good thing after another. My health and energy increased dramatically, and I felt better than I had in my 20s. My relationships became much more meaningful, and I enjoyed more good times with my family and friends in just a few months than I had in all the previous years. More than anything else, I felt happier than I thought it was possible to feel. I was blissfully happy, the happiest I had ever been. Gratitude changed me, and my whole life magically changed. So good. So, it really does make a difference in your life when you become grateful and start noticing and acknowledging those things that you're grateful for and that are coming to you. And in our book study that we've been doing, we've had quite a few stories. Everybody, I think, has some story that we've had that has happened to us when we focus on gratitude throughout the day. So it's really cool. So we'll now it's day 2 in the book on page 37. Um, and so this book is kind of written in 28 days, I think, of different segments that you can do. And we've been doing them a couple a week in our book study, but you can do it however you want. Sometimes it's fun just to open the book and go with that day that you open to and do that exercise. So this one is called The Magic Rock. And Krista, do you want to start? And we'll just read this little chapter first and then talk about it. It's really short.
Yes, this one is short. The Magic Rock. Reflect upon your present blessings, of which every man has plenty, not on your past misfortunes, of which all men have some. Charles Dickens, 1812 to 1870, writer. In the beginning of working with these practices, it takes concentrated days in a row to make gratitude a habit. Anything that reminds you to be grateful is helping you turn your life into gold with gratitude. And that's exactly what this magical practice is about. Lee Brower presented the gratitude rock practice in The Secret film and book when he told us of the story of the father of a dying child who used a gratitude rock to be grateful for his son's health, and his son made a miraculous recovery. Since then, the gratitude rock has been a proven success with many people the world over who have used it for money, healing, and happiness. First, find a rock or stone. Choose a small size that fits in the palm of your hand and that you can close your fingers around. Choose a rock that is smooth without sharp edges, not too weighty, and that feels really good in your hand when you hold it. You can find a magic rock from your garden if you have one, from a riverbed, creek, ocean, or park. If you don't have easy access to any of these places, ask your neighbors, family, or friends. You may even have a precious rock or stone already that you can use as your magic rock. You can also buy one from a rock shop. That's a possibility. When you have found your magic rock, put it by your bedside in a place where you will definitely see it when you go to bed. Clear some space if necessary so that you can easily see your magic rock when you go to bed. If you use an alarm clock, put it next to your alarm clock. Tonight, just before you get into bed to go to sleep, pick up your magic rock, hold it in the palm of one hand, and close your fingers around it. Think back carefully through all the good things that happened during the day and find the best thing that happened that you're grateful for. Then say the magic words, "Thank you," for the best thing that happened. Return the magic rock to its place by your bed, and that's it. Every night for the next 26 days, follow the same magic rock practice. Before you go to sleep, think back through the day and find the best thing that happened that day. While holding your magic rock in your hand, be as grateful as you can for that thing and say, "Thank you." Using a rock seems like such a simple thing to do, but through this practice, you will see magical things begin to happen in your life. When you look for the best thing that happened during the day, you will search through many good things that happened. And in the process of searching and then deciding on the best one, you are actually thinking of many things you're grateful for. You will also be ensuring that you will go to sleep and wake up in gratitude each day. The Count Your Blessings and Magic Rock practices will ensure that you begin and end your days in a state of gratitude. In fact, they are so powerful that together they will change your life in a few months. But this book is designed to change your life really fast through an abundance of magical practices. Because gratitude is magnetic and attracts more things to be grateful for, the concentration of gratitude over 28 days will intensify the magnetic force of your gratitude. When you have a strong magnetic force of gratitude, like magic, you automatically magnetize everything you want and need to you.
So good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So another good practice to do, and it's the day one of this, is to just write a few things down in the morning that you're grateful for. And you can do it any time of day, but when you do it in the morning, it really starts your day out in a good space. And then at night, if you think about, hold your rock and think about that best thing of the day, it really keeps that momentum going. And, when you wake up and you're feeling good by writing down the things, and then when you go to sleep thinking about what is best, then all through the night you're sleeping and you'll get a much more restful sleep, and you'll wake up feeling good because of that. So it's a really fun practice to do. I hope you'll try it.
Yes, this is fun. So I love this practice, and this is definitely one of both of our favorites
Yeah. Yeah.
that we've used. And one thing that I love about it, and this is the rock that I picked as my magic rock. It's just a dyed quartz made in like a heart shape, and it's super comfy to hold and everything like that. And I just love it. It's actually a gift from my sister. And when we started this practice again, this is the one I immediately thought of. I was like, oh, that's the perfect one. Um, what I love about this is it has a reminder every single day. So
Yeah.
when I see the rock on my nightstand, it
Mhm.
makes me remember and do that practice, whether I hold the rock or not. I like to hold the rock because I love rocks. But either way, you have that reminder. So even if it's during the day, let's say you come in after work and you're going through your stuff and you're putting the stuff down and you see your nightstand, that could be a reminder to be grateful for something in that moment and then continue on. In addition to just doing it at night. But yes, I noticed that having that there for me, having reminders is so useful because I'm very forgetful. My short-term memory is improving still, but when it comes to reminders, it's so helpful. And this, I always remember that it's my magic rock, and I always remember that. Oh yes, I'll do my gratitude, and it makes me think throughout the day of like the things that I did enjoy, the things that were good, the things that I can be appreciative of, and it's just wonderful. I just love this practice. I don't know how you feel
Yeah.
about Tracy. That's how I feel.
I feel the same. And, even throughout the day, when I think of something, that's happened, I'll think, oh, this is my best thing today so far, and I'll think about my rock even though I'm not home or not close to my rock, I'll just think about it sitting there, and it's really a good, once you start doing it over and over daily, pretty soon it's just a habit, and you'll think about it often. And even when something fun happens or something good, and you enjoy that and are in it in the moment, but when you add that gratitude to it, it really makes it stick and really makes it prevalent in your mind, and you really can feel that gratitude more and more every time. So
Right.
fun.
Absolutely. And I love this too because we do talk a lot about the law of attraction and how to apply it to your life because the universal law is so important and can help you in so many ways. And this gratitude practice really puts you in the vibration that you're wanting to be in, the vibration of receiving all the good and wonderful things that are here for you and that you've co-created. And so that's one of the reasons that these gratitude practices are so powerful. Is because you're putting out there, I appreciate all the things that I have and I'm enjoying them, and thank you so much for them. And you're just enjoying that moment and feeling good. And in that feeling good, you are in that vibrational space. And that's what's so important about this practice is it really puts you in that vibrational space of getting more things to appreciate, more things to be grateful for. And I know for both of us, we've had magical things happen, reiterating this book and doing more and more things in our life consciously, um, gratitude and appreciation practices. And it's brought up some really amazing things that have happened.
Yeah,
It really has.
yeah, it's so fun. So we hope that you will try this for yourself and just read the book. It's going to help you think about it more and start using it in your daily practice. It's just
Yeah.
and it feels so good, you know.
Yeah. It's such a good book. And I found mine, you can find it at like bookstores all over the place, Barnes and Noble, whatever. I found mine on Amazon for $10. Perfect.
Yeah, and you'll find it, uh, even used books have a, I don't know why anyone would get rid of it because
I
I've
don't know either.
but it's just so good. So highly, highly recommend it. And using the practice, you'll notice a change in your life for the better, for sure.
Right. You'll love it. You'll love it. So give it a try. Let us know how it goes. We're always interested in hearing people's stories and how it went for them. So, shoot us a comment or an email or a message somewhere and let us know how it went for you because we love sharing this with you and we want to hear how things went for you as you do these magical practices because we have stories of our own and we want to hear yours.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. So,
So,
Chris, how can people get a hold of you?
they can get a hold of me at Light of Hope Healing on Facebook. I am also on a Square site. It's light-of-hope-healing. That's Square that site. And then we are collectively on at our Soul Space on Facebook as well. And then Tracy, where can we find you? It's really easy to see on your background, but maybe you could tell us more.
There I am. My website is inspiredsignals.com and my Facebook page is Inspired Signals by Tracy Koba. And I also have Instagram, Inspired Signals, too. So find me at all the places, and we would love to hear from you and hear your stories about gratitude. So we'll see you next week. We'll have a fun new topic to talk about next time. So I hope you will really try the gratitude practice and see what it does in your life because we're excited to hear from you. See you next week.
Bye,
Bye-bye.
guys.